Man, can we go there?
Go. Let's go for it.
Sex is great. Just saying. It is great.
Yes.
I see why God says why that's, that is the arrangement. He's not trying to keep fun times and good things away from us. He knows that when done in the way he designed it, it's pleasurable, it's safe, and
it's guilt-free,
and
isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have my friend Bolude Watson with me today. If you've been in this channel long, you probably have seen Bolude in a different episode. If you haven't, I'll put it I'll put the link there so you can go and watch that, because you're gonna really love that conversation. So enriching and inspiring. So I have Bolude back today. Welcome back, Bolude.
Thank you for having me back. Good to be back.
And today we're not going deep like we did the last time, right?
You went deep.
Yes, we did. Like we started with bawling, so we went deep really quickly. But we want to talk about, so Bolude is married. Bolude is married with 3 beautiful children. And I'm single. So today we want to talk about what we miss. Bolude is married, one single. What are the things that you miss about being married? The things that you miss from when you were single.
When I was single.
Versus me, what are the things that I miss by not being married because I'm not married?
Yeah.
So let's start with you. You're the guest. I'll put you on the spot.
I'll take it. Okay. Just being able to, and no judgments. We're not going to judge anybody, right?
No.
We're not. Okay,
no.
Good.
Safe space.
Okay, good. And I love you, Craig. So this is not a knock on you. It's not about you.
Yes, we love you, Craig.
I just love being able to get up and go. I'm going to check in. I said it. I do. I'll be home when I'm going to be home. And it's fine. You know what I mean? And first few years in the marriage, it was that I need to call. I need to let him know where I...
Like you have to remind yourself to do that.
Or he'd even remind, like, you do know you're... Oh, yeah. I am. I should. But yeah, just the liberty of your time is your time. And in addition to that, motherhood. So if there was an Olympic sport for sleeping, I would enter and I would win every single Olympic year.
How long did you sleep when you were single?
So my naps were like 5 hours. That was a regular nap for me. And I'll still sleep at night. Like my naps don't interfere with my night situation sleeping.
Have I told you about my napping patterns?
No.
I don't know how to do power naps.
Oh yeah, 30 minutes about. Yeah.
They last nothing less than 3 hours.
Yeah. So you were kindred spirits. Like I don't understand. I had a power nap for 40. What?
Like, no,
that
just doesn't make sense. We're just getting into first gear.
That's me getting comfortable under my sheets with my blanket and my teddy bear. I have teddy bears. You can judge me if you want. But just that, like now, when you become a mother, you don't sleep. Your eyes just rest. Like your eyes just like and what I mean, I used like the way I fell asleep when I was single before marriage and before kids. I just go, this is me. I'm gonna get bed. Oh, I'm gonna sleep now. and you can ask my husband. He was so shocked. He's like, all you said was, I'm gonna go to sleep right now, and you were asleep, and you didn't wake up till the next morning. You didn't. You just look comfortable, and I love sleep. Sleep is a blessing. It's such a gift.
Blessing. Yeah.
And I thank God I'm not an insomniac. I don't know that struggle, and I thank God. But now I miss sleep. I will not give.
That's legit.
It's legit, and I mean that. I'm not trying to be funny. I miss my sleep pattern and my sleep lifestyle. Now, like I said, you wake up, you go check on the kids, and if they're not feeling well, you're in their room back and forth, praying over them, making sure they're okay. If they have a bad dream, you go in there, or they come into your room, so you wake up. And then when you have a newborn, you're not sleeping, you're blinking, and you know what I mean? Because you're making sure that they're still breathing, and then when they're no longer a newborn and they're older, you know, if you're like me, where you breastfeed, because it was a choice. I wanted to breastfeed extensively, and I did, and I'm still breastfeeding. So even in the middle of the night, she still does breastfeed. So that, you know, you're not really sleeping because you know your baby's latched onto you. I miss that. I miss not knowing, you know, the beauty of singlehood.
Before we talk about, let me just give a counter to what you said, or give you my own perspective of the things that you've said.
Yeah.
So you first talked about getting up and go.
Yeah.
I have to admit, that's one of the things that I love about being single.
Being single, it's not a big deal.
I love that.
Yeah.
There have been times where I remember after COVID, so 2022, after COVID, I was showing you pictures of my nephews and nieces. And I remember my oldest nephew, he had just turned 12 that year.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday, and I called to wish him happy birthday. I'm like, how old are you? And he said 12. I'm like, oh my goodness. These babies are just growing and I'm not there. Okay, I need to book a flight back to Nigeria. That was it. And 3 weeks later, I was gone.
Oh my, yeah.
I was gone. I didn't need to consult with anyone. All I needed to do was just take leave from work, and the timing was perfect. I was gone. 3 weeks later.
Enjoy that. Enjoy it.
I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And being able to be on holiday and just hop from one place to the other, I really do value that.
Yeah.
And then sleep. Okay. I get in bed, and this is not even a healthy habit, but it is what it is right now. I get in bed with my tablet, and you know how people get into just that rabbit hole of what's this thing again? TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Mine is YouTube Shorts. I just I'm in bed.
Yeah.
1 hour later, I'm still scrolling through YouTube Shorts. And falling asleep when I fall asleep, and waking up at my own time. And I have to admit, I do appreciate that, because I know that it is a season and a time will come when I won't have that luxury.
Yeah. Very, yeah. I look back and I'm like, I hope I enjoyed all those moments of just sleeping. But yeah. It's a trade-off, you know, and would I go back to being, you know, it's one of those things that you can look back and go, oh, it was nice. And then you keep it moving.
Being single, what do I miss by not being married? Definitely having companionship is a big one. Especially being overseas where you don't have your family there and you're alone. And living on your own. Yeah, just having that someone to know that, for example, when I'm sick, knowing that there's someone there to look after me. I have to look after myself when I'm sick. And I'm quite adept at doing that, but I would rather someone else. Of course.
Of course.
You know, and I think one of my biggest things is that when something happy happens to me, the first person that I call is my mom. And at some point I started saying to God, I would like to have someone else that I call first, not my mom. I love my mom.
I get it.
And I love that I get to share these things with her. But I would love to have a life partner that I get to share those things with. Like he's the first person that I call when happy things happen to me, or when sad things happen to me.
Either or.
As well. Just having someone who's there to cuddle you and hold you and tell you you'll be okay, even if they don't know how it's gonna be okay. But just having someone there walking through that. That's a big one for me.
My mom came for my wedding in 2015, January. I got married in March. My mom came in January, and she stayed for 7 months. She came in January, left July. And prior to kids, I had really, and I mean bad, like there's bad cramps when you're on your cycle, and then there's what I used to have.
Wow.
Like debilitating, it was a struggle. It was bad. Like 7 days, that's just 7 days gone in a week, in a month, I mean.
Wow.
My mom was, like I said, in Australia at the time. This was after the wedding. And my mom knows how to care for me. Like, there's, moms, right? Just your mom, she knows exactly what to do. And so I was on my cycle this time, and I was in bed, and I was cramping, and I was just, my mom, will call me, doing everything she can. And my mom I love when she tells the story. She's like, hey, my husband came home, and he came home with his backpack, which he usually always has. I walked through the door, peeped the situation. That's what's going on. Opened the closet, got out the pillow, got out the blanket, got out the heating pad. I'm on the couch, right? Put the pillow in the exact position, exact position. Put the blanket over me in the exact, wrapping. The heating pad, slapped it on where, and I went from. My mom was like, he just came in, did this. You went from to. My mom was very, my mom, yeah.
And you get your creativity from her, clearly.
I do. But having someone that knows you, that knows what you need,
what a gift,
and knows how to care for you, and knows how to love you, yeah, I'll take that over the sleep. It's a better trade-off. Just Craig knows how to, and even when I'm pregnant, he just knows how to care for me. He knows how to make me feel better. He knows what I need. A lot of times before I even know or say it, he knows. So, yeah, marriage ain't that bad.
No, it ain't. And on the subject of Craig,
yeah,
I know I've told you this, that one of the things that I really admire about your marriage, I do admire your marriage a lot.
Oh, you said that.
One of the things that I love about it is that your husband does all the cooking.
And I'm not ashamed. Yeah, he does.
Can I just say, dear future husband, I will take that.
He does.
Because I cook, and I think I'm pretty good at it, but honestly, I cook to survive. I cook because I have to. Because if I don't do it, no one else will do it.
Just Gary and noodles every day.
So, dear future husband, if you have that on your CV, that would be very, very welcome. And on that note, another thing that I do miss, and honestly, I think this could potentially be a deal breaker for me: cars.
You've said this to me before.
I've told you before, right? Like, I'm not even kidding. The moment that I know, we're not even married yet, the moment that I know that this guy is for real and he's staying, the only thing I'm going to do is get in a car and drive. I don't care where I am and the car stops me there. I'm just going to take an Uber. You come and take the car. I don't ever want to have to see the insides of a vehicle workshop ever again.
Yeah.
So, dear future husband, take notes. This is a deal breaker for me. I want someone who's just, you don't have to be a mechanic, right? You don't have to know how to go under the hood of a car. I just want someone who will take that responsibility off of me, even fueling the car. I'm happy to drive with you to the fuel station, right? But I'll just sit there while you take care of the business. That's
Be honest, yeah. It's true.
Honestly, because I have had so many, I'm blessed now that I have a car that's, it's trustworthy. Yeah. But I've had situations where I've been stranded.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, gosh, now I have to figure this out. I don't ever want to have to figure out anything to do with cars ever again.
Yeah, I don't. He cooks and I don't even tell him it needs gas or the tires. He'll tell me I just put gas in the car or petrol. Petrol.
Yeah, a fuel.
I fix the tires and I'm like, yeah, because that's what you got to do. That's your lane, not mine. But yeah, no, fair enough. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, sister.
Yeah.
No, that's that's an important one to me as well.
I think, and that's fine. I think that's,
What's something that you love about being married?
Oh, what I said, just having someone that knows me. Although sometimes that can be annoying too. Like, he knows me. He knows I'm going to say that. He knows. But I'm very traditional. I did not see myself. Kids came with a package, so I always wanted kids. So I'm thankful that I'm married because that's the only way I was gonna have kids, because and I know a lot of people argue we can have kids without being married. For me and to me, because of our faith, I didn't see that happening without the sanctity and without the setup, without the covering of a marriage. So I'm very thankful for that. What else am I thankful for in marriage? Man, can we go there?
Let's go for it.
Sex is great. Just saying. It is great.
Yes.
I see why God says why that's, that is the arrangement. He's not trying to keep fun times and good things away from us. He knows that when done in the way he designed it, it's pleasurable, it's safe,
and it's guilt-free, isn't it?
Yeah. That's been my experience. That's been my experience.
Beautiful.
I didn't know what, and maybe I'm just exposing myself, but I only know one experience is what I'm saying, and I'm grateful for my experience of this. Sex within the sanctity of marriage is a wonderful, beautiful, exhilarating, passionate thing, and you get to discover you can be as whatever it is you want to call it as you can be, and it's safe, and you get to explore, and it's safe because you get to explore in a safe space. Does that make sense?
Yeah, with boundaries.
But boundaries that are so much bigger than the earth. You know what I mean? Like the boundary, you'll never get to the edge of that boundary. I hope it's okay I said sex on your channel.
Oh yes, please, because
I saw that.
But here's the thing, I think a lot of times we kind of move away from talking about sex with single women, but I have those sexual desires as well. Being single, yes, I said it. But because like you, I want to honor God in that way and honor myself. And I've said this to people in the past. Waiting to have sex in marriage is not even about the man I'm going to marry. He's not part of that equation. It's about honoring myself and honoring God. He's not in the equation as far as I'm concerned. If he comes with that same mindset of having waited, I'm grateful for that, and I definitely want someone who shares that value with me of believing that sex should be within marriage. And if he has lived life differently, that's in the past, right? As long as you now want to honor God in this way. But single women have sexual desires the same way that single men have sexual desires, the same way that married men and women have sexual desires. But it's the choice to honor God and knowing that that's just a boundary you're not going to cross, right? And it's not so much, it's again, like you said, God put these things in place, these guardrails in place to protect us. It's not because he wants to punish us, he doesn't want to give us good things, but he knows that those good things are good and safe if they're enjoyed within the parameters that he's set.
Absolutely.
And that parameter for sex is marriage.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. What's one of the things that I enjoy about being single? Another thing, because I've talked about a couple of things already. Actually, I think this is both. It's something that I think I can take into marriage, and I'm sure that you will echo that, is the gift of female friendships.
Yeah.
And that's something you start when you're single and you take that into marriage. And one of the things that I love, I'm grateful for, is that I have friends who are both single and married. It's not one or the other.
Yeah.
And each of these kinds of relationships have their own gifts. I would say that I love the fact that I get to enjoy my nephews and nieces, both my natural nephews and nieces and the adopted ones, like your kids, and then just shoo them back to their parents afterwards. I don't have to worry about nappy changing if I don't want to. If I don't want to worry about Bolude, I think we need you here, right? So I love that gift, and again, it's for a season, and I'm milking it for all it's worth, for sure.
Yeah. Sister friendships are very important. They're very important, and I think I guess it's something that we should tell as an advice to single people, females especially. Have your friends, and hopefully you've got friends that when you do get married, don't disappear on you. Because I've heard in the past, a lot of women that I've had friendship or sisterships with have said that they've suffered that. You know what I mean? That they've had friends or sisterships that just disappeared because they got married.
But there's another side to that, I have to say. And the other side to that is that married women disappear when they get married.
Yeah,
and they
true.
And especially when it comes to singles. So a case where there are now some conversations they won't have with their single friends, but they would have with a married friend. And I do get that, and I respect that, and I honor that. But it can also be excluded in making that single woman, single friend feel like, oh, I'm no longer valued in this way. Or my friendship with you, because of our different relationship statuses, there's now some sort of boundaries is not the word that I'm thinking, but it's as though there's this idea that the married woman has now risen a different level that the single woman is on, and we're no longer operating on the same level, so we can't have conversations that we used to have before.
True.
And in fact, I talked in the previous episode about the fact that your worth does not change when you say I do.
Yeah.
So with married friends, I would say there's still a place for your single friends. Honestly, free babysitting. Right? But more than that, that's a joke, but that's real.
It's real.
Actually, that's real.
It's not
it's real. But more than that is, you get to also have conversations that are not just about being married and being a mom
and wifing. Yeah.
And I think that's a gift that singles can give their married friends.
But and hopefully it's a sistership that's where you share the same values. Like we talked about this in the previous episode, that I'm so grateful for you and my other sisters, because you pour into my kids. Kids need just more than a mom and a dad. They need grandparents, they need aunties, they need godly aunties and godly uncles, because they do bring stuff. They do bring elements and wisdom that, because there's some kids that, like, you know what, they might not feel necessarily comfortable. Not that they can't talk to their mom or dad about a certain thing, but if you have that aunt that gets you, that's like, you know what, Auntie Chichi will get this. Maybe she'll help me talk to my mom, or she might soften things with mom. You know what I mean? It takes a village. They say it takes a godly. For me, I specify it takes a godly village. It takes a godly community to raise a family. And I can't say. I could say more, and I don't think I could say enough good things about why families, children need the support of the extended community.
Absolutely. And that even reminds me of my mom's younger sister. Stunning woman. I always admired her even when I was really young. But one of the things that I remember is anytime she came around to visit, or anytime we went home to my mom's side of the family and she was around, she always taught us songs.
Oh, wow, yeah.
She would just sit and teach us songs, and we would actually sing these songs to perform these songs.
Wow.
She was so good at that, and I really did love that about her. And it wasn't that my mom didn't. My mom was a great storyteller. I still remember some of the stories that my mom told me when I was little. She always told us stories about the tortoise.
And the hair.
And she would make up songs, so my mom was very good at that.
Oh my gosh.
But her baby sister, oh my gosh, Auntie Combs, she was such a soft woman. I saw another side of what a woman could be like, because my mom is an extrovert, and my aunt showed me that it was okay for me to be an introvert.
Oh, wow.
You
need them.
And it was such a gift. Now we're still close. Now I call her my second mom.
Oh,
we're so close, still very close now. Now she's got, like, her kids are, her oldest is almost 30.
Oh,
right?
wow.
But that relationship has just continued since. And there are things, it's like you're saying, now as an adult woman, there's some things I won't talk to my mom about, but I will talk to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up until
now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're close with your mom.
And I'm close with my mom. Yeah.
It's just, that's why God puts us in community. You know what I mean? He puts these people in your life, and you are blessed if you have them, and, you know, celebrate them and use them, not take advantage of them, but, you know, be grateful and use the community you
absolutely.
have. We can't do it. We can't parent married women, mothers can't do it alone. And we were never meant to do it alone.
Oh, that's so true.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think society right now has it wrong. You're not meant to do it alone.
Yeah.
And I like to point to the Proverbs 31 wife. I remember I was talking to my sister, I was like, oh, you know, the Proverbs 31 wife, and she remember, and Inky was like, Winka, I call her Inky, she was like, yeah, she had slaves. She had house servants and me. That's why she was able to be industrious. That's why she was able to get up at 5 a.m. and do the wool, and merchants would come. She had a support system. She wasn't doing it all alone. And in Africa, we have something similar. We're never meant to do life and parent and do parenting alone, because you have to have that support system. When we're just talking about the Proverbs 31 wife, and how I was talking to my sister about that, and she said, yeah, she was able to do all those things because she had house servants and maidens and all that. And it says it in the Bible. Her maid servants call her blessed, or her children call her blessed,
children, her husband, and her children.
The children call her blessed, and she takes care of her entourage, for lack of a better term, is dressed beautifully. So even the servants are well dressed. Like, that is a household that's winning at life and that's doing great. And we were never, my whole point in all that is we're not meant to parent alone and to, you know, live and do life alone, isolated. No, it was, God never designed it that way.
Yeah, that's so true. And just in general, it's not even about being having a family and having a support system, but even in singleness. And I think that there's such wisdom in also having friends who are married as a single woman, because then I get to observe marriages like your marriage and other marriages that are around me, and I think, oh gosh, I love what they're doing. And have those conversations. How are you navigating this, or how are you navigating that? So learning as well, preparing myself. Dear husband, dear future husband, I'm preparing for you. But seriously, you know, learning, I believe in learning from the experiences of others and from people's wisdom, instead of waiting to have all of those same experiences and make all of the same mistakes. So getting to observe and having the opportunity and the gift of being allowed into your life to have some of those conversations. And sometimes, and we are always uplifting each other, right? Sometimes it's, I'm, you know, a mess because things are not moving the way that they should. And there you are encouraging me. I remember one of those when I sent you a voice note and you called me immediately, you listened to it like, no, that's not acceptable. No, this, no, that, you know, but having strength, the strength of others to lean on when you don't have your own strength, that's so important. And that's definitely a commonality that we have. And I appreciate that. So, what would you say to your single self? What advice would you give to your single self?
Enjoy your sleep right now. Just everything, enjoy all of that. And then, what would I tell Bolude? Single Bolude. All in good time. Things will work out. Things will, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I was single, because I did hit that spot where I was like, Lord, I'm in my 30s. Well, I was in 27, end of my 20s, and no one's in sight, and the angst of being single and all that. Just enjoy the now. Be present in the now. And enjoy your season, because life is seasonal. It's all seasons. And take from what the season you're in, glean from it, glean everything you can from it, because the season's not coming back. And whatever you take from this season will help you in the next. Do away with whatever is not going to be helpful. Take what you can, take what is helpful into the next season. And be patient. Just be patient, Bolude. Be patient, because oh, and God's got me, He's got you. And if I could see then what is now, yeah, I don't think I'd have had a lot of the worries and fears that I
Wow.
did. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I don't even know what to say. I don't know if I could top that. I'm not even gonna try. But what would I say to my married self? Enjoy the journey that you're on, because it's a new phase. It's a new season that you're in, and don't look back. Just look forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one. That's good.
I hope this has, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you've taken something away from it. I hope it's inspired you, challenged you in some way, or just encouraged you. Remember, you are valued, you are loved, you are more than enough. Until next time, thank you.